What's up, everybody? It's Gavin here with NBA Real Talk. I just want to make a quick video today to shout out Fred VanVleet, future MVP of this year's All-Star game. That's right, I'm calling it here first. Okay, maybe I'm getting a little bold in my predictions, but the bottom line is I am so happy for Fred. Not just because he's a great guy and he plays for my team, because Fred VanVleet is literally the ultimate example of a player who does what we call play the game the right way. He knows when to turn it on. He knows when to play within the offense. He kind of is getting this perfect instinct for what his team needs and when it needs it. Probably got that from Kyle Lowry. But anyways, what I want to talk about with Fred VanVleet is how obvious it is that he has taken the clear weaknesses in his game and improved upon them year after year. So Fred VanVleet has been with our franchise for probably 5, maybe 6 years, maybe even more than that. But the last 5 years of his time with us have been the most significant. So starting off, he was coming off the bench. He was always good at hitting clutch shots and hitting big shots, and he was always a good defender, but he was just kind of a 3-and-D spot-up kind of guy. He couldn't really do that much. And in the last few years, when he became a starter and a bigger part of our offense, as great as he was for us, the flaws in his game were really obvious. We're talking about creating his own shot and driving the lane and creating opportunities for his teammates. So he wasn't really good at finishing in the lane, and he wasn't a great playmaker in the lane, and he wasn't great at creating his own shot. And probably best exemplified by Game 7 in the bubble a couple of years ago. Eastern Conference semis, second round. We took Boston to Game 7. It came down to a final shot and ended up in Fred VanVleet's hands. Now, if we're talking a shot, great. I'll let Fred take the last shot any day. We're talking about like getting the ball at the top and like having to create your own shot. Fred was not the best choice, and honestly, in that moment, the way that last play went down, it was perfectly exemplified. Fred had to dribble back and forth and try to huck up a three. I think he got blocked or it got tipped. Basically, it was not an ideal final possession of the season. But you know what? The last 2 years, Fred VanVleet has absolutely, positively crushed, dismantled, destroyed that weakness in his game. And he is one of the best on our team at creating his own shot and creating his own offense. And he's also become really good at driving the lane, finishing in the lane, and creating plays for his teammates in the lane. Those were the two things that were such obvious flaws in his game in the last few years. So to see him, as he's becoming a better player, not just become better at the things he's already good at, but take the things that were clear weaknesses in his game and make them look like they're not a problem at all, that's just super admirable. And it's really something you want to see out of what it could potentially be a franchise player for us. I mean, let's be honest, he's probably not the best he's going to be yet. He's probably going to get a lot better, and he's still got a few more years to grow. So, I mean, I just want to say, like, I couldn't be happier. There couldn't be a better guy to get in there, except maybe Pascal Siakam. But you know what? He's been there before. We're not going to call it a snub because, you know, there's only so many spots available. But Pascal Siakam, especially the last few months, has been playing out of his mind. I really, really hope that us Raptors fans, you know, we're passionate, we're world renowned for how much we give to our team and create a better environment for our team to succeed when they're at home. But ever since we won that title, we've gotten a little bit snobby. And every time players on our team like Pascal are struggling just a little bit, we want to trade them, or it's gotten to that point where he gets like a lot of the mean stuff, like go back to Africa and all those just absolutely uncalled for, inappropriate comments. And to see him playing at all-star caliber this season, it's just great to see. And I hope that we do make the playoffs, and I hope that Pascal shows everybody that he is that guy. I said it the last couple years where last year everyone thought Pascal like took a step back. I don't think he took a step back at all. I think he just stagnated a bit. His three ball wasn't going. He was clearly injured the whole year. At least in hindsight, we know he was injured the whole year. And his game just wasn't really going anywhere, but he hadn't gone backwards. You know, he had actually upped his rebounding and assist totals a little bit. He just dropped like a point or two off his average, and his three-point percentage dipped down. But like, Pascal's the kind of guy, if you know his life story, if you've heard him talk about why he plays the game and the honor and privilege he feels to be able to try to perform for his father who passed away a few years ago, that he's watching over him, that's kind of why he plays the game. I just always thought, you know what, give Pascal a minute. Give Pascal some time, because this is the kind of guy, him and Freddie and lots of other guys on our team, Pascal's the kind of guy that you want on your team, that you want leading your team. He gives off that quality of someone that you think, you know what, we can stick with this guy. I think people make too big of a deal every time he struggled, especially the last few years, because Pascal didn't start playing basketball till his mid-teen. Like, I think he's around 27, 28. Yeah, he's under 30 anyway. He's probably been playing basketball like a little over a decade. And what he went through the last couple years in Toronto was probably the first time he faced any true adversity as a basketball player. Because he obviously excelled at it, and he obviously shot to the top. He believes in himself. He thinks he can be good. He thinks he can be greater than he is. And I think we just got to allow to give him that time to grow. He's going to miss some shots. He's going to screw this up and screw that up once in a while. But that's all part of what it takes to become the guy. So I'm with Pascal. I don't want us to ever get rid of him. And I hope somehow, maybe through an injury reserve, maybe he makes it into the All-Star game. So that's been Gavin with NBA Real Talk, signing out, giving you my thoughts on our Raptors. And I'll talk to you guys next time.